A very warm welcome to you. It's always a delight to have you for company each week on the program. We remain your source for all the exclusive interviews, events, and major happenings in the world of insurance. My name is Lucy Lugbe. Welcome to the program. On our lineup this week, first we join Faith and our guest, Dr. Femi Oyetunji, former Group Managing Director, Continental Reinsurance PLC, on the CEO Rendezvous for the continuation of their exclusive session on emerging risks and the challenge for the insurance industry. Speaking during the interview, Dr. Oyetunji said the insurance industry must look for ways to make greater impact on the economy. But first, some fundamental changes has to take place. Take a listen.
Capital is not just the solution. Raising additional capital is not just the solution. Why can't company A, B, C, D come together and form a stronger company? You don't need to go and look for additional capital if you know what you need. I'm good in group life. You are good in annuity. Let's come together. I'm good in motor. You're a specialist in aviation or oil and gas. Let's come together.
On this edition, also, we will bring you highlights from the 2022 National Conference of the Association of Registered Insurance Agents of Nigeria, ARIAN. The conference was held under the theme, Insurance Penetration, a Determinant to Economic Growth, Agency as a Catalyst, at the LCCI Conference Center, Alausa, Ikeja. As expected, insurance agents turned out in their numbers for the conference and their annual general meeting. Let's check out excerpts from the event.
You are the image builders for your organization and make sure you work on that and represent effectively. Then focus on sending customers the right solutions that will help them build their trust in insurance. I've mentioned this earlier on. Don't sell for selfish interests. Sell to customers on need basis, products that will suit their needs.
The insurance agency network can provide employment opportunities for more than 500,000 graduates every year, while at the same time help to mop up investable funds for national development.
Plus, it's the last Thursday in the month of May, so it's time to celebrate all those shining lights born in the month of May. If we miss out on your date, pardon us and send us your birth date so we can celebrate you next time on the show. Plus, of course, all the other extras we have lined up for you this week. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the package. Details in just a moment. Please stay with us.
I don't think it was a black swan event. My take on it was that it has come, it has opened our eyes that things do happen. And we must be there, come rain, come sunshine, for the insuring public so that they can carry on doing their business. COVID has shown that insurance is important, insurance is needed. And what we as insurers, insurance practitioners now need to do is what is the next COVID? How do we anticipate and prepare so that we can protect the general populace and they can create wealth for the nations and for the world?
Okay, so in line with that, would you say now, coming after COVID gradually, that the critical aspect of risk management is better appreciated by players in the insurance industry? Would you say that?
In Nigeria, I probably will say nothing has changed. Unfortunately, I think we're still seeing the impact of COVID, but we're all pretending that COVID-19 is over. It's not. We pray that there's no new deadly variant. When you don't think of the bigger picture, and you're thinking, and we also discussed this morning about what do you call it, commonwealth, wealth that is common to all. When it's winner takes all, you wouldn't see any development in the industry, because some of these things require somebody sitting in one corner and imagining the impossible. Then having the guts to go to his or manager and say, let's put this thing in place because this might happen. There will be investment, there will be research. So people don't want to do that. And as long as we don't want to invest in the future, we cannot be prudent managers.
Okay, Dr. Femi, let me bring you back home to what I mentioned earlier. We're seeing risk in a different dimension in Nigeria. For someone like me in my adult life, this is the first time that you can't just jump on a plane that you want to go to any part of Nigeria without first sitting down to say what are the risk factors and all the security risk and all of that. But I just want to say we're seeing kidnap is more like an everyday event in our environment, which is strange. But oftentimes when you engage underwriters in this market, you hear, oh, there are no provisions for, there are no cover, reinsurance companies are not readily willing to give you the protection that you need as an insurer and all of that. I just want your take on that. Why is that so?
I don't blame the insurers or the reinsurers if you're looking at a small pool. And that's why I think my understanding of insurance, it's a global concept, pooling of risks. It's not only in Nigeria that we have kidnap and ransom. I would dare to say it's even a global phenomenon, only that it's more prevalent in some areas. And there is a good market for the insurance and reinsurance. But it's a relationship between keeping insurance national, the regulations around reinsurance. If it were possible to be part of a global pool, the reason why many people are not taking or offering kidnap and ransom is because as an individual in Nigeria, because of the smallness of the insuring population, it will be expensive. But if it's part of a global pool, it becomes affordable. So the question should be, with the reinsurers and the regulator, how do we have access to a global pool so that we're part of a larger pool that will bring down the rates? Because, as I mentioned, the rates will be high if you have a small population. But if you spread the risk, you put it as part of a global pool, then the rates will come down.
Okay, another very risk that is staring us in the face, not just in Nigeria, but globally, is cyber risk. Recently, I was reading a report, and about 65% of chief executive officers of companies that they poll said one of the greatest risks that faces their operation is cyber risk. But how is that it's very prevalent in Nigeria, but oftentimes the narrative also is the fact that, oh, you don't have reinsurance companies providing protection for that in this market. Why do you think that is?
It's again the same thing as kidnap and ransom, but cyber risk is even deeper. One of the things is what are you covering? Because cyber risk can be limitless. What are the wordings? How do you get an agreement so that it doesn't lead to an argument later? The net is it's infinite. Do I really know what I'm covering? Do I really know the exposure? The exposure can be from within, or can be from hackers from outside. Again, international best practice. There's nothing new in insurance. It's not pertaining to Nigeria alone. There are companies that have cyber risk insurance. The problem is, how do we use our reinsurers to be part of a global pool so that, number one, we have limited knowledge, we need experts. And those experts don't come cheap. And that's why I've always talked about the need for adequately capitalized insurance companies. Not because we want to build big edifices as head office, but because we need skills, and those skills are expensive.
Okay, Dr. Femi, let me cut into your thoughts. You know, in all the rounds of recapitalization we've had in the insurance industry, the narrative has always been, oh, we need to get new levels of capital, to train, to do this, to do that. But from experience, we've seen that sometime when the recapitalization or the company is not going voluntarily to look for additional capital, and they are mandated by regulation to get additional capital, people get those money, and sometimes they don't even know what to do with the money. They go into ventures that are not necessary or beneficial to their business. And at the end of the day, they are back to square one. So this narrative of getting adequate capital for the insurance industry has been on, and it has not gotten the industry anywhere. So what do you say to that?
If you don't understand the reason for something, then when you have it, you will abuse it. I think that's what you're saying. And again, I've said over and over, I don't need the regulator to tell me that the amount of capital that I need. As a prudent manager, I should be able to build my own capital model that will tell me this is how much I need if I'm writing this risk. If you're writing motor, you don't need the same capital as writing aviation. I know oil and gas. So we don't have enough actuaries, we don't have enough engineers, we don't have enough doctors in the industry. And that is what I believe has been the problem. You cannot legislate capital, and it should only be because you don't understand the need of the capital that you take it and then you raise the capital and you're going to use it for something else. It might as well not be in insurance. But if you do things scientifically, if you do things because you need it, you will know what you need and you'll be able to manage it properly. And having said that, capital is not just the solution. Raising additional capital is not just the solution. Why can't company A, B, C, D come together and form a stronger company? You don't need to go and look for additional capital if you know what you need. I'm good in group life. You're good in annuity. Let's come together. I'm good in motor. You're a specialist in aviation or oil and gas. Let's come together.
Why is that difficult in this industry?
Because everybody wants to be chief. And I'm not sure it's, I don't think it's a Nigerian thing. I think it's the shareholders that haven't really demanded returns from from their managers. If the shareholders put down capital, and this is my expectation, I'm not going to bring more capital for you to, if I'm not going to get, but if you can combine, I mean, it has to be shareholder driven. If we don't have shareholders that have expectations and are looking for things, for returns in a proper way, then nobody wants to lose his position as a CEO. So it should be that, and I must also say that again, you don't need anybody to tell you to merge. Mr. Okwe Oreduba was the managing director of Africa Alliance. I just took over at Crusader Insurance. I'm talking 20-something years ago. We were talking about merging our companies. Then I moved on to non-life. Chief Omilani will confirm New Line Insurance. We're going to merge. There was nothing about capital increase then. Nobody's come up with it. But because if you're a leader, if you are a risk, if you're a manager, you must be visionary. And if you look at what's on ground, this is not sustainable. So what can we do? I'm not interested in the little salary or compensation my company is going to pay me, and so I don't want to lose it. And we're celebrating Ololo Ogunlana today, 70 years in the industry. You can see the number of first. He's left a legacy. He has a legacy. He has his mark imprinted firmly on the Nigerian industry. That is what leaders should be looking for. What do I want to be remembered by? What can I do for the industry, not for my own personal interest? Until we get to that, if you call 100 billion capital, people will find the 100 billion.
Somehow.
And nothing moves.
Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com.
All right, welcome back. Moving on, we now bring you highlights from the 2022 Area National Conference that took place in Alausa, Ikeja. The annual conference provided a veritable platform for serious conversation on insurance penetration and awareness in Nigeria, despite our huge population. Happy viewing.
The Association of Registered Insurance Agents of Nigeria, ARIAN, plays a significant role in the insurance industry in Nigeria. This is so because as intermediaries, insurance agents enjoy strong relationship with the insuring public as the interface with them. This members-only association recently put together its 2022 National Conference, AGM election, and new ESCOs induction. The conference this year was organized under the theme Insurance Penetration, a Determinant to Economic Growth, Agency as a Catalyst, at the LCCI Conference Center, Alausa, Ikeja. In a keynote address, the representative of the Managing Director of ICO Insurance PLC, Mrs. Titilola Okunlola, implored agents to pursue career development to remain relevant.
From the regulatory point of view, we want to suggest that we enforce existing regulations such as compulsory insurance and local context, then enable partnership with other developed sectors such as banking, telcos, and others to drive the distribution of insurance products and services. And for us as the businesses, we need to develop products and services that are targeted and addressing risks faced by the population. And that is the reason we have to listen to the voice of the agents. They have interface with the customers out there. They know what they require. So we need to sit down with them and come up with tailor-made products that will meet those needs. Then we need to develop an effective recruitment and retention strategies for agents. I have mentioned this earlier. Then establish partnerships with digital distributors to drive more penetration. Just like agents are pursuing driving penetration, we can equally leverage on partnerships. Then we can equally re-image product development process. How do we change from the way we develop to new ways of developing products? Then on the part of the agents, you need to understand the markets and develop capabilities to optimize communication with clients. Effective communication represents your organization very well. You are the image builders for your organization and make sure you work on that and represent effectively. Then focus on selling customers the right solutions that will help them build their trust in insurance. I've mentioned this earlier on. Don't sell for selfish interests. Sell to customers on need basis. Products that will suit their needs.
In his welcome address, the national president of ARIAN, Mr. Kazeem Olakunle Odewumi, said that ARIAN is aligning its strategic mission with the market development and restructuring initiatives of NICOM.
Nigeria has massive potential for business growth. No wonder several foreign insurance companies are making into the country. The challenge is that insurance companies in Nigeria have not been able to leverage on this massive market. ARIAN as an association, our strategic objective is to drive insurance penetration according to NICOM NDRI, that is Market Development and Restructuring Initiative. The insurance agency network can provide employment opportunities for more than 500,000 graduates every year, while at the same time help to mop up investable funds for national development.
The plenary session of the conference focused on digitalization, a tool for advancement in insurance agency business in Nigeria. Panelists were Mr. Joseph Lawal, National Agency Controller, Leadway Assurance, Mr. Akiniyi Akinloye, Agency Manager, Old Mutual Life Assurance, Mr. Femi Oladimeji, Group Head, Retail Mutual Benefits, Mrs. Titilola Okunlola, ICO Insurance PLC, and Vera Aimufua from the National Insurance Commission, NICOM. In his submission, Mr. Lawal noted that insurance penetration will continue to be low for as long as insurance operators fail to create awareness, especially through the mass media.
Many states in our country today do not have insurance in place. So if we can have a better collaboration with governments, both at states and federal level, we have a better day for penetration. Definitely, the study says the entire African continent can only boast of $1.64 billion as what we have contributed to GDP. And in Naira, that is about 500 billion. And this report is at 2008 or 2009, about. So imagine a scenario where we have the state governments all buying into insurance, all doing insurance at all levels. Definitely that figure we jump. You agree with me? So collaboration with governments will also do us well. Also, insurance, this is still within internal factors. Insurance also need to diversify insurance. We need to do more than what we are currently doing. Okay, we need to carry the information further than what we are doing. I apologize if this may sound offensive, but you agree with me that there are some insurance companies, it is almost the end of the first quarter, some insurance companies in our country today have not done a single public awareness for insurance. And here we are talking about insurance penetration. God will not come from heaven to do the publication advertisement for us. So you can just see from that end, some of us have not done a single public awareness. So tell me, how will insurance get more popularity?
The high point of the Arian conference this year was the election and induction of ESCOs and awards. The Association of Registered Insurance Agents of Nigeria has a long way and made significant progress in their roles as foot soldiers in the insurance industry. It is hoped that as more companies begin to take the welfare and working conditions of agents seriously, many unemployed youths will settle for agency job as is obtainable in other climes.
That's our time on the program this week. Many thanks for being a part of it. Join us same time, same station next week for a fresh package. In the meantime, feel free as always to connect with us on all our social media platforms. Now don't forget also to join us live every Wednesday by 9:45 a.m. on Nigeria FM 102.7 for our flagship Pidgin English program, Waiting Insurance They Do Safe, powered by NICOM. My name is Lucy Lugbe. Until next time, be good and stay safe. Bye-bye.